Hello everybody. I'm going to show you today how to make the sticky black slime. The main ingredient is black charcoal peel-off mask. And then you'll have baking soda and contact lens solution, which contains boric acid. So the secret is the mix between the baking soda and boric acid makes the slime get a little, the peel-off mask or glue, if you're using Elmer's glue, non-toxic, is what makes it thicken and turn into a slime-like consistency. I have to peel off the top here. It's a new bottle. Actually, I'll just leave it off because what I like to do is to have one about this size, which is it's one of those little cups that you get when you go to fast food place. You fill it up with ketchup or some other condiment. So to get the size of this cup, I fill the cup with the slime, just for the measurement. Then I use the same thing to put that down and put the cap back on. Then I use that same plastic container to store the slime in afterwards. But for right now, we're using it as a measuring cup. Oh, I forgot a spoon. All right, well, we'll pour that in. I have this little thing, but a spoon would have been easier. And I'm pouring it here into this recyclable, it's just an old cottage cheese container. I'm just using it so I have room to mix. So there's going to be some left inside here, but that's okay, because once I make the slime, I'll incorporate the rest of it. The rest of the stuff that doesn't come out now. Okay. So I don't like to be messy, so that's fine. That's going to get incorporated later. Once we have the slime, I'll put it back in there and it'll... So here's what we have. Right now it's just the face mask. Now as far as the measurements of baking soda and contact lens solution, I don't really have an amount. I just put in a little, saw how much I put in, very little. I start out with very little. Stir that in. I probably am going to need a little more than that, but it really doesn't take very much. So I'll stir that in because I want it to be all mixed in, so when I add the contact lens solution, it reacts with the baking soda and makes the slime. So I don't know if that's enough. It might not be, but if you put too much baking soda in, it gets too hard, and then you have to add vinegar or some other, sometimes hand lotion helps too, but something kind of, I'm guessing, I don't know that part, I'm guessing it's the acidity. I really think it's not enough, but okay. So now this is going to activate it if there's enough baking soda. I was saying to soften a slime that's too hard, oftentimes you just add some vinegar and it softens it. Well, you can see where the baking soda is, it's getting thicker. It's probably not going to be enough to activate the entire... Oh, it actually looks like it is. It's activating it. See how it's getting much thicker? But I don't know what the lighting... Oh, it's so black, the lighting's not doing very well, is it? I need some light here. Let me open the screens. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's thick enough yet, but it is getting thicker already, and that's, you saw the amount that I just added in. So I'm scared to stick my hands in yet, though, because if it's not thick enough, then it's really hard to get off your hands. Of course, I could just add contact lens solution into my hands. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go for it because I don't want to overactivate it and make it too hard. So, and the ones made out of charcoal usually are a little bit softer in general. So maybe I actually have leeway, but it actually seems to be getting nice and hard, so it actually might be good. So I'm just going to go for it. And I have my, well, I might need more. Okay, let me put put that there. I really just don't want to make a mess. So. Okay, so it's getting pretty firm. Look at that. I probably, you know, if you have the, no, it's looking good. I think if I really, oops, it's getting harder as we speak, and I actually haven't done anything to it. So it probably just needs a little time, you know, as I'm mixing it. So let me, I'm going to go for it. See, I don't want, if I get my other hand dirty, I'm pretty much stuck. I'm going to make a mess. But I feel like it's, see how it's coming unstuck? So I might have luck. Okay, so it's actually the consistency that I like. It's, the charcoal is usually a little softer slime. And you got to be really rough on it in order to make an actual, you know, to get it off your hands. But as long as you're rough on it, see? And the nice thing, it stays, now I'm going to try to get it into a ball and start mixing it. But see, it's actually coming off pretty easily. But this particular slime, you've got to be very rough on it. It's not a slime that gets too hard. So, let's see. So this is one that if you really want to be out of breath when you're finished, because to get it back in the bowl, and I'm actually going to add it to the bowl, to the little, remember I wanted to incorporate all this stuff too, so I could add a teeny bit more, but I think that's plenty, because this is the consistency I like it. And I actually don't know if it will, something about the charcoal which makes it not get hard as easily as other slimes. So I'm going to just roll this into a nice neat ball. I'm going to add what was in here, if I can get it in there. So that's the challenge with this slime, is getting it off your hands. Getting your hands really clean, just without washing them, just with the slime. See, okay, I got this hand clean. See, and when you hit it, I'm sorry it's so loud. That's how you get this hand clean. Now, you might want to just rest, so get it off your hands. Oh, there. But see, even getting in there sometimes too hard. Okay. So I'm going to now incorporate that slime. Not the slime, the rest of the face mask, because I don't like to waste it. And it's actually pretty much the consistency I like. So see how little, so although some say the contact lens solution, since it has boric acid, some people consider that dangerous for little children. And right, you don't want to be eating this stuff. I don't think it'll kill you though, but so some prefer not to use contact lens solution. Others use boric acid, which borax, which is actually worse. That's what you use. Look at that. Laundry detergent. I'm talking too much though. Let me I'm gonna just beat this up a little bit, so I'm gonna turn off the camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta give it some time to get sticky. Sometimes, actually, I maybe have the perfect. This is actually more silver than it is black, but it's not sticking too much. Perhaps I overactivated it. Well, no, it's pretty sticky on this hand, you know, but all right. So let's say you want to get it off this hand. You have it all stuck. You know, let's say you really did it overboard and you got it all stuck like that. And you're trying to take it off. Actually, it's not too sticky now. What's wrong? Maybe I won't need the secret after all. I added a teeny bit of water. When you add just a teeny bit of water, I guess that's what happens. So if you ever got it too stuck and you don't want to lose the whole thing, because some people have it all stuck on their hands and they get very frustrated. And they finally, one person who I sent some of this to said that he just got really stuck and frustrated, you know, he couldn't get it off. And so basically he just washed it all down the sink. He went under the sink and he washed it all off and he lost all the slime. So that was too bad. But what I did was now I added, it was all stuck to my hands, as you recall. I went to the sink, I turned on the water, I just put a little water on, just a little bit, and it's already less sticky. And as a matter of fact, in the moment that you have added the water, it's kind of sliding off your hands. So keep molding it, you know, to get it together. But it's still pretty sticky. It's just not quite as challenging as it was when we first started. So adding a little bit of water will make it less sticky for the charcoal slime only. And I actually just discovered that now because I've never done it before. So for right now, it's gotten less sticky, and I think it's because I added the water. But I was going to say the other secret to getting it off your hands, because look, it's still quite liquid. If you leave it there a while, see how it sinks and it becomes a puddle almost. Let me get that off my hands in the meantime. Like within a minute or two, it's a flat puddle again. And if I leave it there another minute, I don't want to waste your time, but see how flat it's getting. So, oh, it's less sticky since I put the water in, though. Still kind of sticky. Now, I'm assuming once the water evaporates or something. Oh, that's the perfect consistency.